Alright, so here we go, guys. Thought I'd just show you a few things. Here's my emergency poncho. So I'm going to be using it today, although I really don't need it. And just to show you what I also have, I do have an emergency blanket. This will not be used, knock on wood. Unless for some reason I get stuck out here all night. I have 2 of these in here. Actually I have 3. Take that back. I have 3 of these because Myra and Ari occasionally will come with, and so will Sam. So that way I have some for all 3 of us. And 3 of these. So these were bought at a place called Walmart. I was gonna say Kmart because I know I bought one of these I think this one I bought at Kmart. Kmart no longer exists. They did have a good sporting goods section. I gotta tell you. And really quickly, I just want to show you. This is my power set. I do have a solar one, but last time I went on a big hike, it didn't really work very well. So I got one of these things. Don't tell my wife. I just got it. All right. She'll never find out. She says she never watches these videos, so I can get away with it. It's like the perfect crime. Oh, really quickly, this is the nice journal that one of my subscribers got me for Christmas, and I really appreciate it. I have one I usually use, a travel journal, but I thought I'd use this one this time. I'm kind of anal about it. I like to complete one before I start another one, but since she was really nice to get this for me, I thought, hey, I want to try it out. It's really a really nice thing. It's got here where you can put your contact information in case you lose it. Sorry, I'm going to be wiping off the rain there. It's got, some instructions on hiking. It's got where you can put your miles, a trail, which I like that. I actually thought, I don't know if I could ever use that, but now that I'm looking at it more, I thought, hey, this is really nice. It's got the trail information. And then where you can write some stuff. One of the things I decided to keep doing is that as I do these meals all the time, this is a veggie chili. Of course, I am not a vegetarian. As I said, we went to the Brazilian steakhouse yesterday. And man, brand new Gilroy. Highly recommend it. Not cheap, but it was my son's birthday. So, hey, we thought we'd splurge just a tiny bit for his birthday. And if you're a vegetarian, that is not the place for you. Trust me, you're going to be crying within 5 minutes. But anyways, I'm going to be riding in this today, hopefully. I'll probably get a little wet, but that's okay. That's kind of fun. The wet marks. You go, oh, I remember when I was hiking on that trail. And that's what that's for. So there we go. Brought some hot dogs because I'm not a vegetarian, like I said. Okay, that had a little something. break these up. I thought about, I have a little cutting utensil. I know you can only see my body throwing these in, but that's okay. So these are hot dogs. Gonna put these in there because I gotta have a little meat in my chili. You know, I'm not let's not have any meat guy. So these are really good. These are beef hot dogs. Plop them in there. I'm gonna turn this up a little. And remember, just because if you get a portable one, these can be just as dangerous as. Oops, I know my hand's gonna be in there. I apologize. They can be just as dangerous as the small ones. So I know sometimes you think, oh, it's not as much. No, it can hurt you just as badly. So. So, just letting that heat up really quickly. See if we can catch some water in my canteen. I doubt it. So we're gonna try this again. It is raining. Like I said, I'm gonna pull out my first ever using this. This is from a little store called Walmart. And I've never used one of these things, so I think this is the perfect day to use it on. It's not raining a lot. Just enough to be annoying. So basically, I'll show you. Basically like a saran wrap or something. It's just a plastic bag. It's got a little hoodie here somewhere. Hopefully I can find it. Right here. I don't really need it because my jacket's got one. But like I said, I wanted to try this out for the first time. Out how to, there we go. Probably should take it on my jacket or my hat. But so there's got the little hand things right there. Got my hat this time. We're all gonna learn together on this thing. Got like 3 different holes here. One for your head and one for your arm. Got 2 arm ones. Let's see where we can find that heavy. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Alright, now we got it. Voila! You can see me. Just kind of bringing the camera a little bit. There we go. So I've got it on. Like I said, it's an emergency poncho. I knew it was gonna be kind of drizzly today, so sorry about my finger going away. So I wasn't too worried about that, but I wanted to at least try it out. Like I said, it's not something I've ever used before, and you know what? This is how you learn, by using it, and this is a perfect place to do it. Not that far from home. In fact, I'm not that far. Well, again, I'm not far from home. There's a road right here, the road right next to this picnic bench area. So it is really nice. It works great. So far so good. I've got my jacket on, so I'm perfectly dry. But I can see where if you're in a place where you get a lot of flash floods and suddenly it starts raining like that, we don't get too many of those here, but it is nice to have. So let's go ahead and so it's good to try stuff like this out on hikes, stuff where you're close to home, so it won't be an issue when you're in the real thing, you know, out in the woods and far from home. Some of the places I'm thinking of going are pretty far from any other town or so forth. So, all right, good deal. So I'm liking this, not bad. All right, you can see our boiling water right there, and this is again Ready Wise veggie chili. Okay, never tried their stuff before. I'm not a big veggie guy. So, but I was gonna put some cheese in it, but I forgot to bring the cheese. Actually, I brought yesterday when I was doing my Bird Creek Trail hike, and we were done. I thought, man, I really like this cheddar cheese. It's called Crocodile Cheese. It's an Australian company. Really good stuff. Good cheese. Although the best is British so far, especially their cheddar. Way to go, Britain. For one of my British viewers, I'm sure there's at least one out there somewhere. So we're gonna be trying this today. See if it's any good. See if we like it or not. 2.5 servings is what it says. I'm gonna be adding some hot dogs to it. I like a little meat with my chili, so I'm just not a big vegetarian guy. Sorry. All right, so next we'll go ahead and show what it looks like here in a second. Alright guys, so now it's done boiling. Water is boiling. Perfect. Got my hot dogs all boiled, so they are safe. This is a really great journal. I'm really enjoying this. Especially this part where you get to put your stats, what you're doing, that sort of thing. Alright, so the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Again, this is ReadyWise Veggie Chili. And like I mentioned last time, when you're doing this, these things get really hot, so just be careful. Make sure wherever you're cooking, you're on a solid ground. If you're in an area where there's a fire hazard, make sure you have everything moved away, because they can always tip over. That doesn't happen too very often because it's got a low center of gravity, but you just want to be careful. I remember, yeah, it's still hot. It's been a minute or so since it was cooking, so these get hot, and this water in here is boiling water, so it can burn you. All right, and remember, take these bad boys out. That is not a salt packet, okay? Let's keep it fresh, I guess. So go ahead and plop it in this bag. So again, take out what you pack in. I'm a strong believer in that. Okay, so pretty much I was just reading the instructions. They're pretty much the usual instructions for these. You want to pour it in here about a half a cup and 2 cups of boiling water. I'll probably put a little less than that. And then you want to stir it, and you want to wait 12 to 5 minutes. I'll use my timer to do that, and then eat and enjoy. So let's give it a whirl here. Smells good. But I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that can be a little deceptive. Oh, sorry, my glasses just fogged up. That's how hot this got. So sometimes it could smell really good, like the corn chowder stuff I tried last time. It smelled good. It did, but there's a lot of. Yeah, I'll just kind of show you what it looks like. Got my handy dandy hiking spoon fork. But here we go. There's what it looks like. Oops, sorry. That's what it looks like inside. So you can't smell. It is really hot. Again, I can feel the heat. That's why you got to be so careful with these things. A lot of people will get burned. If I were, yeah, this is hot to the touch actually. A lot of people will put this in between their legs or put their hand, and if this spills, it's gonna go on your hand. You get easy to get second, even maybe third-degree burns. So just be a little cautious. I'm gonna pour a little more water in there. There, I think that will do. Pour the rest out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stir it some more. So again, I'm stirring it like it says. Go ahead and pull out my watch here. It says 12. I will give it 15 minutes. It says 12 minutes. That's another thing with these meals is probably better to go leave it in there longer than it says, because at least that corn chowder one, the rice and bean ones I have had from Backpackers Pantry weren't too bad. The macaroni and cheese one from them was, I found a little harder pieces, so I would leave it just a little bit longer. Unless you're okay with that thing, of course. So here we go. Here's my stopwatch. No, my stopwatch timer. There we go. And what's it say? 12. Yeah, let's do 15 minutes. Well, let's do a few more. We'll do about 17. So, okay, got my stopwatch going. And, I almost, well, actually I can leave my fork here. That's one of the nice things about this spork. One side's a fork, the other side's a spoon. It's small enough that I can fit in here. I've seen those big long ones, and those are probably better for when you're out in the outback, but for stuff like this, I think that little spork works great. Okay, so I'm just curious. Yeah, it's still relatively warm. Wow. It's been sitting in the drizzle here. And yep, still got enough for at least one more. Again, this is great. This is 110 G's of fuel cartridge. Let's see if it gives me the GSA. It doesn't give me much more than that, but it's a smaller one. It fits perfect in my day pack, so I'm gonna plop it back. Oops, almost forgot the lid. Again, you want to leave no trace behind, guys. It's not really good to let people know we were here. Because you know, this is nature. There's not, like I said, there's not a lot of nature left, sadly, in the world. I'm not like I said, not a big environmentalist, but I am a conservationist, and I just want to conserve what open space we have left. This is beautiful. There's like, if you go in the Central Valley, there's not a lot of, it's almost all farmland and towns. There's not a lot of like, okay, hey, this is what the Central Valley looked like before farming. There are some places, but not a lot. And there's actually a species of deer that live there that almost became extinct. So got that there. Got my garbage here. I'm gonna pack it out. So, anyways, that's just me. I'm a, like I said, not a big tree hugger, not a big environmentalist type guy, but I am a conservationist. And I don't think we should pollute. Don't get me wrong. There's certain things I think we have no control over. Climate change is one of them, and I believe in climate change. I think it's disingenuous for a lot of the politicians to say just because you don't believe in man-made climate change means you're a denier of it. No, it just means I don't believe mankind's causing it. Sorry. I think that gives us a little too much credit. So one of the things that some of the questions, that's what's the weather like? Obviously rainy. It stopped raining, so maybe I won't, my little poncho won't work out after all, who knows. Other hikers on, none. I'm the only one. There's a car down here at the parking lot, but easy, yeah, I'd say, yeah, so far pretty easy. Hiking conditions, muddy. Very muddy. My boots are covered in mud. That's what happens when you hike in the rain. Facilities, picnic bench, outhouse. There's an outhouse down at the very beginning. Not to get too personal, but I like to take care of all that stuff before I come out on a hike. So I'm not one for, if I don't have to dig a cat hole, I don't want to do it. So of course on a full day backpacking you probably have to, but on a day hike you don't want to. First visit, lots, okay, observations so far, lots of grass and cow patties, lots of cow patties. I was worried I was going to step in some. They're mostly dry, but it's not something you want to do. And then ask trail pros and cons, not really sure yet. Things to remember next time. Not sure yet. Highlights. Okay, I'll go into that. Ranking. So far, I'm enjoying it. Again, there's not a lot out here. It's just me. There's another car parked down there. So maybe by the time I come back, that will be gone. I'm trying to get this mud off my boots. They're covered in mud. Covered in mud. Gotta retie my shoe, but I don't want to get a handful of mud. Probably gonna need to get some new boots or so. So, anyways, it's nice. Today is the 3rd. Ari, if you watch this video, happy birthday. Again, I like to write in my journal just my thoughts. You get different thoughts when you're out here.